There comes a time when truth doesn't just whisper, it roars. And right now, that roar is echoing through the lives of those who tried to come against you. The people who schemed, gossiped, manipulated, and plotted behind closed doors. They're beginning to experience the storm they once prayed over your life. What's coming for them isn't just karma. It's the unraveling of everything they tried to build using darkness and deception. And the wildest part? Their own crew, the very people they once rallied against you, are turning their backs, realizing they were used like pawns in a bitter game. They never imagined the tables would turn, but they're turning, quietly, slowly, but undeniably. And now, those who once whispered lies about you are whispering truths about their so-called leader, the ringleader. Regret is showing up not just in private thoughts, but in financial ruin, relationship collapses, and emotional chaos. Their anxiety is rising, not from outside pressure, but from the inside out, because they know deep down they messed with the wrong one. This is what divine justice looks like: silent, precise, undeniable. These people didn't just slip up, they moved with intention. They tried to hurt you knowingly, not because you did anything wrong, but because you were light in a room full of shadows. That's what exposed their wounds. Your joy, your peace, your presence, it triggered them. They couldn't understand how someone could be so calm, so radiant, so sure without arrogance. And instead of healing, they chose to hate. The truth is, many of them never even had a real reason to come for you. You simply existed, and that was too much for them. You walked into rooms they were trying to dominate, and your authenticity spoke louder than their performance. You didn't ask for competition, but your presence challenged their insecurity. So they tried to dim your light, hoping to reclaim their false sense of power. But here's the thing: you never had to fight. You never had to clap back, you just kept walking. And because you didn't retaliate, the universe responded for you. The Most High, source of all truth and balance, stepped in with divine judgment. And now those who once boasted about their wins are sitting in silence, wondering why everything is crumbling. It's simple. They sowed destruction, and now they're reaping it. This is your vindication. Quiet, peaceful, powerful. Because now the same people who once mocked you are living through everything they wished on you. Their peace is gone. Their masks are falling, and the whispers have turned to questions. Why did we even come for them? That's what happens when truth rises. Everything false collapses under its weight. And as for you, you stayed grounded. You kept your peace. You chose integrity over drama. That's what they never expected. They thought you'd fight back in the mud, but you didn't. You elevated, and now your elevation is their greatest regret, because nothing stings more than watching someone you tried to break stand taller than ever. Now they're facing what they dished out, tenfold, not just because they hurt you, but because they violated a spiritual law. Don't touch what's protected. You are divinely covered, and anyone who dares to come for you without cause invites judgment into their own life. And now they're seeing the receipts being collected by the unseen realm. Your name is being cleared. Your energy is being restored. Your purpose is still intact. And not only that, you're rising into blessings that were hidden from them. This is your quiet victory. No need to announce it. The shift in your aura says everything. The glow, the peace, the confidence. None of it was shaken by their attempt to destroy you. They thought they had power. They believed their influence could ruin your reputation. But what they didn't know was that your foundation wasn't built on popularity. It was built on truth, and truth always wins. It might take time, but when it arrives, it rearranges everything. And now they see it. Now the same energy they put into breaking you is being used to break the illusions around them. Some of them are losing people left and right, friends, partners, supporters. Not because you did anything, but because people are starting to see the truth. The manipulation, the lies, the bitterness, it's all coming to the surface. And those who once clapped for their downfall campaign against you are slowly walking away, asking, what did you really do that for? Their downfall wasn't orchestrated by you. It was triggered by their own actions. That's the part they can't accept. They're blaming bad luck, circumstances, and everyone else around them. But the truth is, they authored their own destruction. The universe simply returned the energy they pushed out. What they called harmless gossip, heaven recorded as slander. What they framed as just having fun was actually a spiritual attack. And now, every seed they planted in the dark is sprouting in daylight. Their shame isn't just from the losses, it's from being seen for who they really are. Let this be your confirmation. You didn't lose, you learned. You didn't fall, you ascended. And now you're walking proof that protection doesn't always look like armor. Sometimes it looks like silence. And your silence was thunderous. It echoed across dimensions and summoned justice. This isn't revenge, it's restoration. And it's not personal, it's spiritual. Because when someone comes for your soul, your spirit, your peace, they're not just touching you, they're touching everything protecting you. And the response is always swift, even if unseen. You didn't need to lift a finger, you just needed to stand. And you did. And now you're rising with clarity, surrounded by better energy, aligned with a purpose that can't be stolen or sabotaged. What they thought they ruined only redirected you to greater. And let's be clear, they didn't block your blessings, they exposed themselves. And now that exposure is the reason they're experiencing backlash. You were never the threat, they were threatened by what they saw in you. Healing, love, truth, authenticity, and resilience. Your job now isn't to gloat or retaliate. It's to keep moving forward. Keep building, keep glowing. Let your light remain untouchable. And let their lesson be a warning to anyone else who thinks spiritual power is a game. You are chosen, protected, and rising. For real. And now repeat this prayer with me. Divine source of all truth and balance, I thank you for keeping me covered. Even in moments I didn't know I was under attack. I release all bitterness from my heart, knowing that what was meant to break me has only made me stronger. I ask that every lie spoken against me be silenced by the truth that lives within me and shines around me. Let those who misjudged me awaken, not for my validation, but for their own healing and growth. Surround me with energies that align with my purpose, those who support, uplift, and honor who I am becoming. I declare peace over my mind, my heart, and my path. No weapon formed against me shall prosper in spirit, energy, or word. May justice flow through my life like a river, clearing away every residue of confusion, chaos, or slander. I stand in the presence of divine timing, trusting that what is for me will never miss me, and what tried to destroy me will dissolve. Grant me the strength to stay in alignment with truth, even when lies surround me. And above all, I affirm that my peace, my glow, and my elevation are sacred, and nothing can take away what was given to me by the divine. Amen.